Hey lovelies, it's Ebony and I'm back with another video for you. As you can see, I have straightened all this crazy long hair because it's about that time. It's time to get my hair cut. And of course I want my hair to be straight in order to get that done. I wish I could get my hair cut curly, but this side's curlier than the other and it would be all uneven, yada yada yada. But anyways, I'm gonna be getting my hair cut probably in the next couple of weeks, so I just wanted to make sure I got this out of the way. And plus I wanted to make this video for you guys to hopefully give you some ideas and tips and tricks when straightening your own hair to keep the frizz away, because you know it's finally fall. Yes. I love fall. It's my favorite time of year. It looks like the temperature is finally gonna stay like 70 and under. I looked at the weather for the upcoming week and I think we are officially in the fall season. Like even right now it's cloudy and rainy and just perfect, my kind of weather. But anyways, let me jump right into these tips for you guys. So I wanted to share with you guys some things that I do to make sure that my hair stays nice and frizz free whenever I straighten it, because it's a lot of work and I'm not trying to have to wash my hair sooner than expected because my straight hair is looking crazy. I know right now it probably could look a little bit more sleek, but it's because I literally just straightened my hair less than 24 hours ago and it has to settle down first. You know, it has to get that dirty look a little bit, and once that happens I know I'm good to go. But even in this stage right now I really like it because I like for my hair to have volume and movement and just some body, because you know when you go from having all that curly hair to straight hair you can kind of feel like womp womp womp. Like the only good thing is you don't have to worry about detangling your hair for the next few weeks. But anyways, let's get right into these tips finally. So the first thing you want to do to make sure that your hair is ready and prepped for straightening is make sure that it is clean and free of any product buildup. Please put away those co-washes and use a real shampoo. I'm not saying you have to use one with sulfates in it. I used to do that often because it didn't really damage my hair or make me feel any type of way, but now I'm starting to get away from that, you know, and just use some sulfate free but still cleansing shampoos. You want to make sure you get everything off your hair, because if you don't get that product buildup out of your hair, your scalp is going to get itchy much sooner, and I feel like your hair won't get as straight as it probably could because it has that product buildup on there. And also I just imagine that little bit of product just like sizzling your hair strands if you don't get all that product buildup off. So the shampoo that I use, and you can use any shampoo that you like that cleanses your hair to your liking, but for me I just always like to use my Organics Baba Sue conditioning shampoo, if I can remember the title, and the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado shampoo. Now I know you guys are probably like, why did you use two shampoos? Now originally I was just gonna use the My Organics, but when looking for that I saw the Design Essentials and I was like, oh, I got some of the shampoo left. Like that used to be my favorite, and it still is one of my favorite shampoos. It just has a lot of slip in it and it still gets my hair nice and clean. So, and of course avocado, I'm just a sucker for avocado in any product. I just love how my hair just reacts to it. It suds up immediately whenever I use it. But I like to have the My Organics, like the nutrient aspect or factor of that. Like I just feel like this is a more organic, and it is more of an organic product, so I just like to mix it too. I'm probably canceling out the organic part of it, but anyways, I like to just do what I do, okay? So I just split it into use some shampoo, use one of the shampoos on my scalp, one of them on the strands. It really doesn't matter which, in my opinion, and it probably should though, because the health of your hair really starts at the scalp. But my hair got clean and that was what the whole point was, to get clean hair so I can move on to the next step in order to straighten. So the next thing you want to do is deep condition. I always deep condition my hair before I straighten it, because I know what I'm about to put my hair against and I want my hair to come in that boxing ring of heat products with every bit of fight and chance that it needs to what am I saying? I just want it to be ready. I don't want to put my hair in the situation of heat and all this other stuff and it's real weak and it's not prepared. I want the deep conditioner to give my hair everything that it needs, that maybe it lost when washing it or whatever, to make sure that when those heat products and heat tools come about, it's like, oh, I got this, I can handle this, this ain't nothing, I got this. So please don't skip the deep conditioner step, and make sure you use whatever deep conditioner is your favorite. You know, that also doesn't really matter. Just use whatever works for you, what you see really makes a difference in your hair as far as strength, elasticity, whatever. Use that deep conditioner. And the deep conditioner I used this go round is the Plentiful Deep Conditioning Treatment. Another avocado product. I know that I have been promoting this stuff for a long time. I'm not sure if my code still works. Crickets, but I will check, and if it does, I will put that in the description box. But this deep conditioner just it makes my hair feel like butter, and it just goes a long way too. It's really thick and it spreads really far. You don't have to wait a crazy long time for it to do what it needs to do. It loves my hair, and I love it back. It's just one of my favorites. Yeah, I couldn't imagine skipping this step at all, because I just feel like I need to be deep conditioning my hair anyway, especially when I'm straightening my hair. Now, the next step would be leave-in conditioner. Had I remembered to put a leave-in conditioner in my hair, I cannot believe I forgot to put a leave-in conditioner in my hair yesterday. I guess I was maybe distracted, busy, hungry, I don't know. But whenever I use a leave-in conditioner when straightening my hair, I always use the My Organics White Peony leave-in conditioner. That leave-in conditioner is very lightweight. It won't weigh my hair down. It doesn't have a crazy creamy feel of oily and, you know, stuff that I would usually like for when I'm doing a wash and go. But on days where I need my hair to be light and free, I like to use that leave-in conditioner because it just really moisturizes my hair. I can feel it moisturizing my hair, but at the same time, my hair does not feel weighed down. So my advice would be to just find a leave-in conditioner similar to that one, because if you use a leave-in conditioner that's very heavy and really creamy, you might find that your flat iron session is like really oily and just sticky and stiff, and you're not getting that result that you're like, ooh, nice and silky and just smooth. You might get something a little more greasy, and that's just not what we want. This is too much work to be redoing or washing anything out. Now, the next thing I'm going to mention is probably the most important thing you need to do when straightening your hair, and that is, of course, the heat protectant. They're just vital when doing a heat style on your hair, because you don't want to damage your curls. And in my case, my heat protector also cuts down on frizz. I love to use the Care Thermal Wonder. Now, this stuff is not cheap. It's $12. I would usually spend like $4 or $3 on a heat protectant. But once I got this stuff in a, what the heck was that? Did that spill out? I already got nothing but a drop left. Speaking of, I almost didn't do my hair yesterday because I thought I didn't have any heat protectant, but lo and behold, I found this little bit. I had about this much in here, and I had a little bit of the My Organics thermal protectant too. I think I threw that bottle away because I don't see it anywhere, but that was really low too, so I had to go back and forth between the two to kind of stretch them both at the same time. Now, the My Organics thermal protector seems to be water-based. I would use that mostly for when drying my hair, like the blow dryer, because I didn't want to spray that onto my hair when I was flat ironing it, because I didn't want to hear that sizzle again. You know, I didn't want that. I felt like it would fry my hair, and I know it probably wouldn't, because I think you would probably just have to wait for it to dry, and I just really don't want to go through that. This is more like a serum, so it doesn't have that same like sizzle effect. And it really helps to get my hair nice and smooth when I flat iron it. I will never be without this stuff. I paid the $12 even though I hate it. I wish it was bigger, but this lasts actually a pretty long time. But this is one of the things that I really feel like if I use something different, I would get different results. Now, the tools that you style your hair with, yes, they definitely make a difference, but I feel like the thermal protectant, and in this case, this one in particular, it really makes a difference with keeping my hair frizz-free when straightening. Now, the next thing that's really important is blow drying. You want to make sure that you have a really good blow drying session before flat ironing your hair, because if you have a blow drying session where you just kind of dry your curls, you're gonna have a lot of resistance when flat ironing it. You want to blow dry your hair in such a way that you're almost halfway there when before you even flat iron it. And y'all, the Rev Air does that for me. And now I know, let me just show y'all first real quick in case you haven't seen it. But this is the base, and this is the handle, the part that your hair gets sucked down into. It's like a little vacuum. Now I know the Rev Air is not cheap at all. It's hundreds of dollars, but for someone like me who has a lot of hair, this is an investment, because whenever I use like the traditional blow dryer, my arms get crazy tired because I'm literally reaching and pulling and reaching and pulling, and it's just my arm, my shoulder, my hands, even my thumb, it's just everything gets so weak. And guess what? I still have to flat iron my hair. But the Rev Air, seriously, it saves me so much energy. By the time I'm ready to flat iron my hair, I'm good to go. I can do my whole head with no problem. First of all, I only have to hold my arm in one place. I'm not reaching all around my head. And the Rev Air it straightens my hair just a little bit before it's even time to straighten it, you know? So it's just a perfect situation for someone like me who has a lot of thick curly hair. Now I know that, like I said, this is not a cheap tool. If you want to get a blow dryer that can give you similar results, I would recommend the Babyliss line. Look into that. I would recommend that. I was even looking into it myself before Rev Air contacted me, because I was contemplating buying the Rev Air, but it was a lot of money and I was just like, I can't afford that right now. Let me just get something a little cheaper. And lo and behold, they contacted me and was like, hey, we want to do this sponsored video with you. So it worked out perfectly. But when I was on the search for a blow dryer, a lot of you guys recommended the different Babyliss blow dryers and even the Yellowbird. All of those tools can be found at Ulta. Now for the star of the show, the flat iron. The Bio-Ionic 10X vibrating flat iron is literally like, I don't know if I'll ever need another flat iron. This flat iron by itself, just literally like one of the best flat irons I've ever used in my life. Now this is another tool that's not cheap, and I'm sorry to be recommending like crazy expensive products to you guys, but I really feel like when you invest in your hair, you get the results that you want, and you can keep the health of your hair as well. But the good news is Black Friday is coming up sooner than you think, and that's when I bought this. I bought this for almost half the price. I think it's normally like $230. I think I got it for around $160 or something like that because of Black Friday, and I had a coupon. So just hold off a little bit longer. It'll probably go back on sale. It might even be cheaper regular price. But I'm telling you, this flat iron right here saves my life because I only have to do one single pass. The vibrating feature on this thing really helps with separating the strands and straightening them on the first try. And using that bristle brush, almost like a tongue twister, that bristle brush also helps with keeping everything nice and smooth. Now my hair feels like it's 3 feet long when I'm flat ironing. So a couple of times I had to like pass the flat iron over the last half of my hair because my hand was just giving out. But for the most part, everything was one pass, and it just saved me so much time and energy. I literally didn't have any moment of like, oh my God, when is this gonna be over? Whereas in the past, where I was using my traditional blow dryer, it was just a mess. So I highly recommend Bio-Ionic. If you can't afford that one, please look into flat irons that have a titanium, ceramic, something other than just plain metal, because those will burn your hair, like seriously, and you'll be wondering like, why I have heat damage? Because you have to pass over it several different times, and you're gonna get frizz in the end. Oh, and another thing, the temperature that I set my flat iron to was 420. I try not to go over that, try not to go over 425 or anything like that, because that's just, oof, I'm scared of that. So yeah, just make sure that you invest in a really good flat iron. Just think of what you will be getting in the end and the frustration and trauma you will be saving your hair in the end by just investing in something that has good quality and does what you need it to do. Now the last thing that I like to do to keep the frizzies away is use this serum before I go to bed and when I wake up. I do, for my nighttime routine with straight hair, I just do one bun in the center of my hair, in the center of my head. But before I put it in that bun, I spray it down with this. Any type of frizziness or poofiness I have going on, this settles it down by the morning and I'm good to go. If you don't like using serums, I would suggest using a lightweight oil like an argan oil or maybe a jojoba oil. But yeah, I love that Thermal Wonder serum. It keeps the frizz away, it protects my hair, it keeps the flyaways away, and it makes my hair shiny. Like it takes away any dullness and It's just all around. It's literally that is 6-in-1 protector, and I feel like it does all 6 things that it promises. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. My camera is on 4% and it's overheating, so it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And as always, thanks for watching. I thought I could forgive you and that'd be alright. Baby, we ain't got nothing without love. You got love on top, baby. You're the one that I want. Wait, you're the one that I love.